Bad news. Harrison Ford crashed his plane. Good news. He's on the mend and he'll recover in about 12 parsecs. So I guess Han won't be doing any more flying solo. He almost died. So you guys know Modest Mouse, right? You know, that band that all your hipster friends listen to because they're so quirky and original, while regular you only really knows. Or... Well, after a 7-year gap of releasing material, a new album is finally on the way. Their 6th album, Strangers to Ourselves, was announced last Tuesday, and it's scheduled to come out next Tuesday on the 17th. And for the past couple of months, they've slowly been releasing basically every song. Geez, Modest Mouse, slow down before the release. Pretty soon there won't be any surprises left for the album, is what I'd say if the album didn't get leaked last weekend. Maybe now I can finally take some time and try to see what all the fuss is about. Oh my god, I'm so bored. So here's a fact that sounds wrong one way or the other. Call Me Maybe is 3 years old. It feels like it's been so much longer. Anyway, Carly Rae Jepsen released a new music video for her song I Really Like You. It has Tom Hanks and Justin Bieber's in it at the end for reasons. Did I get everything? Like, are we cool? Oh, thank God. Now I don't actually have to listen to the song. I just got Call Me Maybe out of my head. I really hate it. But I love it. But I hate it. My brain's turning to So this week in gaming, Electronic Arts took giant developer Maxis and gave them full control on their next release. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Hang on a second. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. They bought all of Maxis's assets and shut down the company. A story we've all heard 1,000 times before, like with Origin Systems and Bullfrog Productions. Maxis has been shut down for good following the reception of 2013's SimCity and The Sims 4. But in times like this, we must remember Maxis as it lived, not as it died. We should remember games like The Sims 1 through 3, SimCity 2000, Sim... Ant. That was a thing, wasn't it? Sim Farm, Sim Tower, and Spore. Okay, well, maybe not Spore either.
No, everything is wrong.
But if you're worried about your copy of The Sims 4, don't be. EA released an announcement stating that they'll be putting out all kinds of new expansions for The Sims 4 to bleed you dry. Thanks, EA. I was worried I wouldn't be able to give you money for destroying companies anymore. Glad to see you're on top of things. So you know how HBO's been riding the whole, we're an important cable company and you need to pay us billions of dollars for our sweet, sweet programming thing for like a really long time? Well, last year they all came to the realization, oh, it's the 21st century, and people keep pirating all of our shows. If only there was some way we could repackage them on the internet at a smaller Whoop-ow! HBO Now, a standalone service that they totally came up with themselves. They are not piggybacking off of anybody else's business practices. This is the pure originality that HBO has become known for. This week there were a couple of announcements about the upcoming standalone service for HBO, one of which was the name, which is HBO Now, like I just said. Pay attention. So HBO Now is like a sliced down version of HBO Go. The only difference is that you don't get the TV package with HBO Now, which HBO Go does get, except also regular HBO is the TV package, because that's the point. Did you even need another service? I'm thinking you could have just rejigged HBO Go and this would have been a lot less confusing. Another thing that was announced was the price. $15 a month. It's not good enough. If they could bring it down to like $10 though, that would be good. And they announced that it would be available exclusively on Apple TV, iPhone, and iPad. And computers, I'm assuming. And then probably other stuff once the exclusive rights run out. Anyway, the service is coming in April, just in time for the new season of Game of Thrones. What a crazy random happenstance that they would be so close together. Thank goodness for small miracles. Toy Story 4. Just why? Pixar announced that after giving Toy Story 3 the best possible ending ever that made our entire generation cry, they were like, you know what this series needs? What's that? Us! Making more money. So Toy Story 4 is set to come out in 2017. And last week, Pixar president Jim Morris gave us some idea of what the movie will be about, stating that it will be a standalone movie and not a direct sequel to the third one. Now I get that. Toy Story 3 is a pretty tough act to follow. The movie dealt with things like abandonment, growing up, and coming to terms with the inevitable. So what's Pixar going to do to top that? A love story. Pixar, you are making it real difficult for me to keep fighting for you. I'm pretty sure I'm one of only 3 people in the world who thought Brave was pretty good and that Monsters University was awesome. But you are walking on thin ice here. All I'm asking is that you make Inside Out good. And for God's sake, just make The Incredibles 2. All you do now is make sequels to movies you released 10 years ago. This should be a slam dunk. I never wrote a transition for what's going on in Algonquin. Here's what's going on at Algonquin. Live band Rockstar Karaoke is coming back to the OB for the last time this semester next Wednesday, the 18th of the OB. If you haven't been to one of these yet, what are you doing with your life? You don't want to miss out on 40-cent wings, do you? Well, actually, there's a 10-wing minimum, so it's more like $4 wings, but 40-cent wings just sounds so much cooler. But look, the wings have top billing. They know what sells. You go for the wings, and you stay for the singing. And then you probably leave because of the singing. Unless for some reason you don't want to hear my 2.5-hour rendition of Don't Stop Believin' in the Crazy Wonderwall. Alright, that's it for me. Make sure to like this video and or us on Facebook. Subscribe, follow us on Twitter at The Weekly AC. Or don't, whatever, I don't care. I know it's a lot of things to keep track of. But the links to all that business are down there somewhere. I said all the things, right? I really need to figure out a way to end these videos. Guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna cut me off, like where I said that thing before. The videos part. Although now that it's gone on this long, it's probably just going to cut me off right now.